It is July 31st. Not so long ago, a journalist from Western Europe asked me, why are you, Ukrainians, so obsessed with F-16 fighters and ATACMS missiles? I constantly hear Ukrainians talking about exactly these things. There is a very short answer to this question. Without this weapon, victory is almost impossible. Now I will explain why. The Russians are massively using rockets and bombs on the peaceful cities of Ukraine. They drop missiles and bombs from airplanes, launch them from ships and submarines, from stationary and mobile land-based launchers. They can kill Ukrainians even hundreds of miles from the front line. They have missiles that fly at us from the Caspian Sea. You can look at the map if you are interested how far from us is this sea in which the Russian fleet is sailing. It's about 1,000 miles from our eastern border, maybe even more. In addition, the Russians have established mass production of kamikaze drones based on Iranian technology. These are cheap, but at the same time, very dangerous things that can cause a lot of damage. And the Russians use all these weapons on civilian infrastructure every day, literally every day. And when they have resounded failures at the front, missiles, bombs and drones fly at the Ukrainians with triple force. I'm sure that Ukraine will liberate all occupied territories, including, of course, Crimea. But this will not stop the rocket bomb terror. That is, the liberation of all the captured regions will not put an end to the war. It will simply take a different form. The Russians will focus on massive missile attacks and bombing of Ukrainian cities. The war will last as long as the Russians have rockets and bomb factories, as long as their bombers fly, ships and submarines sail. The war will end only when every bomber is shot down, every submarine with missiles is sunk, when in response to repeated attacks on Ukrainian cities, Ukraine will respond with strikes on ports, military bases and headquarters located deep in Russian territory, so that the last fool in the Russian government understood that an attempt to attack Ukraine would lead to the destruction of something very valuable for Russia. And all this requires modern aircraft and long-range missiles. And we also need an understanding on the part of our Western partners that the war must be transferred to the territory of Russia. That is very wrong to demand from the Ukrainian military to limit the use of modern weapons only to the occupied territories of Ukraine. Russia should burn. Russians should realize that their every crime will be punished. They should be afraid. That's what we need F-16 fighters and ATACMS for. That is why Ukrainians are obsessed with them.